host of the Gridiron.
All right, the Giants, 2 Giants defenders among league leaders. I seen this. I'm like, damn, really? Wow. Of course, one of the league leaders we're going to be talking about will not be playing in the game tomorrow. But the other one is the man with the neck, Micah McFadden. Man, it's interesting. Like some of these stats they come up with. It's just like 2 Giant defenders among league's best in this new metric. And they got so many new metrics. It's like I'm just like I'm old school. Right? You put on the quarterback turns around, hands the ball off, and the guy gets the ball. He runs into the line of scrimmage, gets tackled. It's like okay, Nowadays, it's like yards per touch, yards after contact, the YAOC, AOYP, ABCD, XU, the Y2X squared the metric. It's like, what? But it seems like, you need a play card to keep up with all these new metrics and everything like that. So every week there's like a new metric that's coming out. But Micah McFadden and Kayvon, unfortunately, Kayvon won't be in the game, both have knacks for creating negative plays in the run game. So, I mean, that's a cool stat. Negative plays in the run game. Sign me up for that, baby. And I'll tell you what, we're going to go in a, this one here on. Yeah, the next one. The next portion of our program, we're going to talk about a couple studs on the Giants defense, and you can throw Micah McFadden right in with that. I mean, I'm not saying the guys Ray Lewis, Lawrence Taylor, Dick Butkus or nothing like that, but I think we drafted the dude in the 5th round. I mean, guys paying some dividends. 5th round in the linebacker. I said once again, I'm not saying the guy's a all-pro Hall of Fame or nothing like that, but guys outplaying his 5th round draft status. I'll tell you what, he's doing pretty good. Really, really doing good for the Giants. Good pickup. So we got Giants defense has improved over the last few weeks. Their latest performance against the Seahawks dominated, and as the team totaled 7 sacks, 10 quarterback hits, 6 tackles for loss, and a partridge in a pear tree. The week prior, they held the Cowboys to just 20 points despite the loss. While everyone is performing well, according to Pro Football Focus's new metric, tackle for loss rate, which measures the rate at which players force a negative play for the opponent. The Giants have 2 defenders among the league's best in that category. So, I mean, once again, it's like, you look at Kayvon. Well, why didn't Kayvon have 37 sacks? So, there is a metric he is doing very well at. Of course, I said once again, he won't be in the game, but so far in the first 5 games he played in, he's been doing very good in one of these metrics. Linebacker Micah McFadden and Kayvon Thibodeaux, both from the 2022 draft class, ranked among the top 25 defenders league-wide through the first 4 weeks of the season in this metric. McFadden, 4.69% tackle for loss rate, places him at the number 16 spot. The former 5th-round pick has blossomed into a viable starter next to Bobby Okereke, who also made the list with a 1.01 rate. Considering McFadden missed week 1 due to injury, his placing high on the list is a good sign for things to come. Thibodeaux came in at number 22 with a 4.23 tackle for loss rate. The former 5th overall pick in 2022 exploded for 11.5 sacks last season, but the Giants still needed help on the other side of the defensive line. So, of course, we brought up bringing in Bernsey, who also made the list with a 2.44% tackle rate for loss. Thibodeaux's quest to rank higher has been put on hold, obviously, for the next several weeks after he suffered the broken bone in his wrist that required surgery. Getting pressure on the quarterback is one thing, but stopping the run has been a constant issue for the Giants spanning multiple seasons. The wink the Wink era. I mean, it was great with the pressure and all that stuff, but man, we were getting slashed and gashed when it came to trying to stop the run. It was just embarrassing, absolutely embarrassing. They've been able to do that. They've done a better job of stopping the run, surrendering just 115.4 yards per game on the ground, 12th in the NFL. Not too shabby, right? While the Giants have made significant and noticeable progress, they also know that they are far from being the type of unit that they can be and continue to work at that daily. Now, the thing is they're learning a new system. And how many pressures off? Woo! Oh, yeah, I know. Man, I know. Could you imagine? Yeah. Could you imagine how much money LT would want? Could you imagine? I mean, these guys are getting like 30. Bosa and what all those guys are getting like Watt and Bosa are getting like $30 million a year. Yeah, can you imagine how much LT would want? I mean, I think he only got like a couple million a year or something like that back then. Oh my God, yeah. Oh my. Oh yeah. But the one thing is they're learning a new defensive system. Usually it takes time. Now, the Giants, don't have we're not talking, the 2000 Ravens. We're not talking the 90 Giants. We're not talking the 85 Bears not here. But, they're starting to come together. We have some good older players, like Karake, Burnsy, right? Sexy Dexy. We also got a nice young group of guys too. The Giants, I think, are leading the league in plays from their rookie class. They're a very young team. We get a lot of good quality reps from our young guys, and things are going to happen. We had that one big play with ABCD Lamb against us, but then Jerome Henderson came out and kind of challenged Banks. Right? Kind of challenged him. Now, Banks could have gone in the corner, got his little blankie, sucked his thumb and cried and peed his pants and asked to get his diaper changed. Or he could step up and man up about it. Well, what did he do? I'll tell you what. I mean, I think Lockett had 4 receptions last week. Metcalf had 4. Smith and Jigba had 4. Geno Smith was, leading the league in passing yards and all that. We did a very good job at shutting down that the Seahawks passing attack. Also, it's just kind of skewed that their running backs ran the ball 7 times. I mean, if you saw like the week before that, when Walker was running the ball, I mean, it was just and Charbonnet's a nice change of pace running back, but Walker, I mean, it was just he was just whew. I mean, I remember one of his one of his touchdown runs. He started in the middle of the pack and then he bounced it outside and took it to the corner of the end zone. It was like, man, you got to cover like the whole 53 yards of the whole width of the field with that guy. But for some, I don't know. He had the ball to the running back 7 times. Wow. So that was another one of the reasons why the Geno threw the ball so many times. But sorry, Banks, seemed to elevate his play. Now between Flott, Phillips, Banks, not a bad group. Not a bad group. Could we add obviously some depth maybe next season in the draft again? Sure. I mean, I don't know if we're going to bring a Dory Jackson back in once again, but I mean, if you look at Belton, right? We got Newman, we got Javarius Owens, but Pinnock back there. Once again, if you want to draft another safety next year too, if you're not too happy with, if you're not too maybe over the moon with Trey Hawkins, draft another cornerback next year early on. If you're not thrilled with Javarius Owens, maybe draft another safety. But we've got a bunch of young guys there, especially Micah McFadden too, very young. I would love to see him draft somebody next to Sexy Dexy next year. We need another weapon on offense, whether that's a really good, scare the crap out of your running back, or a good receiving tight end. 1-on-1 coverage, Metcalf. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 2 catches against Metcalf. I mean, he did really good. Really, really did good. Well, he's going to have his work cut out for him. Because whether he's going up against Higgins or Chase, he's going to have his work cut out for him. Yeah. I'll tell you what. But this defense is this brings me into my next portion of our program here.